Hi everyone, how are you? It's been a very long time since I've posted a video. It was some time before last year, but I decided to get back on track and start making some more videos. And I am in the process of moving to another place, so I'm starting with my craft room. And while I'm going through my craft room, deciding what to keep, what to sell, I decided to make this inventory book of all my punches, dies, Tim Holtz, Stampin' Up! Stamps and ink pads and all that good stuff. So I had seen this binder at Hobby Lobby, and they have different patterns, and they have matching binders with pocket folders and tab dividers. So I picked this one up, and I just have it decorated on the front inventory with a couple little flowers. So I'm not finished with it. I just started working on it, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to inventory my stamp sets. I have way too much to stamp the image on a piece of paper and file it into the binder. So I think I'm just going to do like an Excel sheet by vendor of stamp sets I have. I have a lot of Stampin' Up! Stamps sets and Tim Holtz and some miscellaneous from miscellaneous companies. I think that's probably the easiest way, even though I would like to see the image of the stamp. So when I'm working on a project, I don't have to sort through all my stamps, and I can just go to the book and see what I want to use. So that's one of the reasons why I made the book, was to look at the book first when I'm working on a project, and then decide on what colors I want to use, what dies, what stamps, and things like that. So I'll show you the inside of the book. So the binder has a couple clear pockets on the inside that you can keep miscellaneous things in. I have a tab, a pocket folder that I just have some Tim Holtz stencils in. I only have 2 of his stencils. And then over here I just have other miscellaneous stencils. So here are the tabs that I picked up, and they have different prints on them. They were working out fine until I put my sheets in page protectors, and you can no longer see the tab that I labeled because the page protector hides the tab. So what I did was I used a Tim Holtz edge die, and I extended the tab, so now you can see the labels. I haven't labeled them yet, but I plan on using Label Maker and labeling the tab. So that's an option you can do. Or if you don't want to put your pages in page protectors, then you shouldn't have a problem seeing the tab on the file. So my first section is all my punches. So I just, punched them out of paper, and I put the size right on the punch. So these are my Stampin' Up! Punches I have. Sorry for the glare. So those are my border edges. Not all of them are Stampin' Up! My next is embossing folders. And what I did was I just bought a pack of, I think they're called ATC cards or baseball cards, page protectors. And then I just cut, I think they're 2x3, and I just cut 2x3 pieces, and I ran them through all my embossing folder. And then if the embossing folder was a frame, I just, zoomed in on the corner of the embossing folder, like these two. And like this was a bouquet, so I just kind of like embossed an area that I would be able to tell what the embossing folder was. So that's what these are. And then my next section are Big Dies by Stampin' Up! And like Tim Holtz. So these are all my Stampin' Up! Ones. And then these are my Tim Holtz. And this is just miscellaneous Sizzix. Then my next tab are my metal dies. So I was trying to keep them by vendor. Like I started off with Stampin' Up! And then I just started just putting all my dies together on a page. It was too hard to keep them by vendor. So, and then these nested ones, what I did was I just punched them, I did them all at the same time, and then I just put tape on the back to hold them together, and then I can see all my sizes I have. And these stamp sets, or I'm sorry, these dies have stamp sets to match, and I was going to stamp the image on this page, but I don't think I am. My next is mixed media, and I had printed these off at Susie Stamper. This is for Stampin' Up! Susie Stamper is her name, and what I did was I just printed it off and I used a small image stamp, and then I just stamped in all my inks that I have in Stampin' Up! And then the ones with a dot indicates it's the old style of the stamp set. And then this is also off of her website. It's to see if you have an ink pad, a marker, ink pad refill, paper. So here's her website. If anybody wants to go to her website, it's www.susiestamper.com. And this is, I just went to Ranger's website, Ranger Ink's website, to print these sheets out. And this is for my distress glitter. And all I did was took a piece of score tape and just put glitter on it. And then these are the ink pad labels that you can print off to put on your ink pads that I have on my desk. And then what I did was I just took a stamp and then I just stamped the image and all the colors that I don't have. And I think this is in a old inventory sheet because these two colors were not on it, and I just trimmed down a label and just stuck it over another name. And then these are the distress paints, all his colors. So what I did was I just put the ones I had, I just put on a piece of watercolor paper and stamped out with a I believe a 1-inch circle, and then I just stuck it by the color. So because sometimes an image doesn't always look like the true color, so that's what I did here. As you can see, I don't have very many of the distress paints. Over here is a chart for distress stains. Again, I just put it on a piece of paper, used a 1-inch circle. I think it might be a 3/4 of an inch circle or a 1/2 inch. I'm not sure. These are all the alcohol inks I have. Again, I did the same thing. Just put them on a piece of paper. Used a circle punch. Sorry for the glare. And then the next was going to be my Stampin' Up! Stamps. So like I said, I think I'm just going to do an Excel spreadsheet because I have way too many stamps. And then miscellaneous stamps. I was going to do a section on mixed media, like all my spray paints I have and all my Heidi Swaps shine spray I have. So I'm still working on this book. And then In the back are more of those baseball card or ATC page protectors, and in here are all my little single dollar stamps that I have. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave them in the book or not, but for now I just stuck them here because I have nowhere else to put them, and I forget I have them. So I actually saw this idea off of somebody else's website, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. So those are my sections in my inventory book, and I'm still in the process of making the book. Another organizational tip I have is using these clear cases from Stampin' Up. You can buy them and then just cover them with paper. The paper slips inside the plastic that's over the case. Really easy, no gluing. And then I just label them. So I have a bunch of these on my desk, and it's things that I use all the time, and it's just, they're right there in front of me so I don't forget about them. I don't own a lot of washi tape, so I have one for my washi tape, my wood veneers, some Tim Holtz stuff that I have, some flowers. I have way more flowers than what's just here, but and then metal embellishments. So those are just my couple of organizational tips that I have for everyone. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I plan on making more videos after I move in a couple months. So, alright, bye for now. Thanks for watching.